Hello everyone, this is Lamin Sane of LSWAT apps. In this video, we're going to have a look at how to read from files. So here we are in our index.php. Well, this is where we're going to be doing the reading of the files, but we need to create another file to read. So I'll go in my folder. I'll say new text document. I'll just say some file.php. Okay, or it can be a text file actually. In this case, let's just do the txt. Okay, so I'll drag the file in my text editor, as you can see here. So let's just put some random stuff in there. Let's say line 1, and we'll just say line 2, and then line 3. So I'll save the file. Okay, so there are various ways in opening files in PHP and reading from them. So we'll just cover 3 main ways of doing that. There's tons of ways of doing it, and we can't cover everything in these videos. Okay. So the first easy way of doing it is using file get contents, and it's just a function called file get contents. Okay, and it takes one parameter that you can pass there, which is the file name. In this case, let's just say some file.txt. If you just notice the name here, some file.txt, and let's store that in a variable. Just say content equal to this, and then let's echo that content. So we'll do echo dollar content, sorry. Okay, so I'll go in my browser and I'll refresh. We should see line 1, 2, and 3. So the file get contents reads the whole file as a string, and then it doesn't put the line breaks, doesn't consider the line breaks, even though these are on different lines, it doesn't care, and then outputs them as one big chunk of string. Okay, so that's one way of reading files. Another way of reading files is using the file function. So we'll comment this out, and then we'll just say file, and we'll pass in the file name as the argument. So in this case, it's just some file.txt. We'll store that in a variable called content, and then let's just echo content. But then here's where you have to stop. Now notice that we use file get contents to get the name contents of this file, but when you use file function, it doesn't return a string, it returns an array. And which array does it return? It just goes through each line in your text file and just puts that as one element in your array. So instead of echoing this, let's print out the array. So I'll do print r, and then I'll say content. So that should give us an array having each line as an element. As you can see, the array has 3 elements in it, and yeah, so that's what the file gives to you. So the last but not the least way of reading files is to use the fread function. Okay, so let's do that now. But the fread function expects a resource, so you first have to open the file using a resource. So let's just use the that function, and the function for that is fopen. So let's store that in a resource variable. So we say resource. Did I spell that correct? S-R-E-S-O-U-R-C-E. Okay, so let's just say fopen. Okay, so what's the file name? Is some file.txt, and the second argument that resource expects is what mode. So in this case, let's just put the R mode to signify that we want to read the file and nothing else. So there are other modes which we'll cover in other videos, like W for writing to the file, but in case if you want to just read the file, using the R is enough. Okay, so next what we need to do is use the fread function. So we say fread, and fread takes in 2 arguments. The first one is whichever resource that you have created, so in this case it's installed in the resource variable, and the second argument is the size of the file. Okay, so how many chunks of that file that you want to read, but in this case we want to read the whole file, so we'll just get the size of the file. There's a function in PHP called file size, so you just say file size, and then you pass it the name of the file, in this case some file.txt. okay, so that's going to read the whole file. So let's store that in content variable as well, and then echo that. So see echo content and see what we have in the browser. So when I refresh, we should see line 1, 2, and 3. So there you have it, guys. Those are the 3 main ways of reading from a file. So as I said, There's tons of ways of doing this in PHP, but these 3 ways should suffice in most of your application development. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this video, and if you have any questions, please do leave them in the forum section of my website, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.